let's go to the second thing that you bring up. Rug 49, he says this. Since both religions have a history of manuscripts being destroyed by various rulers over time, the politicization of the original concepts cannot be ignored. You say that both Christians and Muslims, their manuscripts were destroyed. Yes, but be careful, be careful, be careful. Most all the manuscripts were destroyed of the Christian manuscripts, that's true. For two reasons. One is because they just disintegrated because they were written on papyrus. Papyrus, as we said in the other video, they were written on papyrus, and papyrus are just leaves that interlock, and they dry and they just crinkle away within about 100 to 150 years. So you would not expect them to retain. Except if you find them in jars way down below sea level, as you find with the Dead Sea Scrolls. And in very dry climates, they can be preserved if they're untouched. But the vast majority of papyrus would have not at all been retained for more than 1 to 2 centuries. Parchment, yes, but not papyrus. That was the first reason. But the second reason was the Edict of Diocletian in 303. In 303, the 4th century, the beginning of the 4th century, the edict was to go out and to destroy all the scriptures of Christianity. So every piece, every manuscript, every large Bible would have been destroyed, would have been burnt. And that's why most of the manuscripts were destroyed by the 4th century. What has been retained are usually, especially the complete New Testaments, are all after 303, like the Sinaiticus and the Alexandrinus and the Vaticanus, the three that I've talked about over and over again. The only thing we have before the 4th century are just scraps and pieces of fragments here that escaped those destruction by the Romans, not the Christians. We don't destroy our own manuscripts. Interestingly, it was the Muslims that destroyed their manuscripts. It was Uthman that burned everything that disagreed with the Quraishi dialect. It was Uthman that destroyed everything that was different. Muslims are known for doing that. They do destroy. Even you might say all the Qur'ans existed when these were chosen. When these were chosen by Ibn Mujahid in 936, in Al-Shatabi in 1194, and then later on in the 15th century in 1429 by Al-Jazari. Those 30 that were chosen, what did they do with all the hundreds? They were all destroyed. They were all destroyed. So anything that did not agree with those 30 were then got rid of, and that's why we don't see them today. And then, of course, in 1924, when this one was chosen, the Hafs was chosen in 1924, what happened to the other 29? Well, we know they took the ones. Now, be careful. I'm not saying all the ones in the world. Yasser Qadi, don't get upset with me. I'm saying the ones there in Cairo, in the high schools that disagreed with this one. This is the Hafs text. All of them were taken out into a boat, and they were dumped into the Nile River in 1924. So Muslims are the ones who destroy their manuscripts all the time. We don't. We don't destroy our Bibles. We retain them. We keep them. We copy them and make copies and copies, and that's why we have so many of them.